Two familiar names, once wearing Arsenal's youth badge, found themselves under unfamiliar lights on Tuesday as a modest, far-friendly suddenly felt like the most important game of the season. Hubert Graczyk, the 22-year-old shot-stopper who left Arsenal for Manchester United and was confirmed on United's released list this summer, stood between the sticks for a free agent save and, in a moment that would define the evening, produced a calm measured save that reminded watchers why clubs once rated him. He didn't sweep the headlines with a long list of senior appearances. Instead, he offered something subtler: composure, positioning, and that split-second reflex that keeps doors open for goalkeepers. On the other end of the pitch, John-Jules, a forward who has carried the weight of early hype through a maze of loans and a one-year spell at Crawley Town that ended in release, darted, held the ball up, and threw in a few glimpses of the raw pace and power scouts still crave. Neither man left the field having solved their futures, but both left a clear message: they still have something to offer. This wasn't a high-stakes league fixture. It was an opportunity factory. Plea-organised fixtures like this exist exactly for the moment on display. Players in transition getting minutes, agents and scouts taking notes, and the game itself serving as a live CV. For Graczyk, who had been on Manchester United's books after departing Arsenal and whose time at Old Trafford concluded with the recent retained released update, the evening offered a concrete rebuttal to the simple, a released label. A single good save in front of the right set of eyes can change negotiations, turn a trial into a short-term deal, and by the breathing room a young keeper needs to rebuild confidence. John-Jules, meanwhile, arrived at the fixture, carrying the narrative of a once promising attacker searching for form and fitness after injuries and short spells that interrupted momentum. The chances he crafted and the moments he threatened defenders with provided the kind of footage and first-hand evidence that clubs rely on when weighing short-term signings. Beyond individual highlight reels, there's a sharper story about the churn in English academies and lower league clubs. Thousands of players cycle through contracts every year, and the margin between a fresh start and unemployment is slim. Matches like Tuesday's act as crossroads. Some players will parlay solid performances into trials and training invites, others will fall back into free agent limbo and keep knocking. For fans watching, there's an emotional tug. These are human stories about resilience, pride, and the unglamorous mechanics of pro football. For decision-makers in club recruitment, the fixture offered concrete data points: a goalkeeper who still reads the game well, a striker who can still unsettle a backline. For the players themselves, the takeaway is simple and urgent: keep showing up, keep performing, and let form do the talking. When the final whistle blew, there were no instant transfers announced and no dramatic signings to saturate social feeds. But there were two players walking away with renewed talking points. Gracyk's save earned him more than applause. It brought another line in his dossier. John-Jules' touches reminded observers of why he was once coveted and why perseverance still matters in football's revolving door. The immediate weeks ahead will define whether those performances become stepping stones or remain poignant footnotes. Either way, Tuesday's Friendly did exactly what it was meant to do. It turned uncertainty into a live showcase, gave former Arsenal talents a platform to audition, and proved that even small games can deliver big chances.